Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, Part 2. My name is Susan LaCroix, and my lovely daughter Julie is joining me as I film this.
Hi,
Hi, Julie.
everybody.
It is cold and windy here. It's been that way all week. It's winter, almost.
Yeah, not quite yet. It's
Not
still
quite yet.
technically fall.
Yeah, yep. Let me just do this. Okay, let's see if that's a little better. Um, all right. So we're honing in on Christmas. I'll tell you what, Julie and I both are so busy right now with things. It's just absolutely crazy. I'm going to flip to my desktop and show you some of the reasons why. All right, there we go. Here it is. So there is a lot going on. We were talking about this in our team meeting that Julie held this morning, and it's whew, a lot. Okay, let me start with one thing that I didn't print anything for. Stampin' Up! Announced yesterday that there's going to be free shipping. Free shipping, woohoo!
Woohoo!
Starting Monday and ending on Wednesday. So it's 3 days of free shipping. In US, it's orders $75 or more. So as you see all the things we're showing you, you might want to just put together an order, and get free shipping.
Yes, so many good things.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let's start with the special release of designer series paper. Mine has not arrived yet. I'm expecting it within the next few days. Let's hope it gets here. But what they did is this paper had been released before with different colors. So this one is called Refreshed Beauty. I'm going to hold it up a little bit to see if you can see it. And it originally, if you remember, was Blackberry Bliss, and I think there was some gold foil in there.
Hmm.
Really beautiful paper. These are some nice bright spring colors. So, Julie, you've got yours. What do you think about this Refreshed Beauty?
I have to say it's very bright.
Oh, yeah.
It's lemon lime twist, flirty flamingo, granny apple green. Um, I
Daffodil
like it more
Delight.
on the flyer than I do in person.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it's pretty. I love the spring colors, but
This should be
I'm
fine in little pieces of it, maybe, huh?
yeah, I'm also not sure what to pair with it because the imagery that originally coordinated with it, there was like a stamp set and there were dies and everything. And so that's long gone now.
Well,
So
I
they're
can
going to,
think of one stamp set that would go perfectly, and that's yours.
oh, well, that one in particular has a lot of like owls and birds,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's the same style.
Oh,
Um,
well, that's true.
But there's lots of bee patterns and other sides, and I really do
Yeah.
love the bright colors. So I
Yeah.
think the whole line here of special release papers are really great for spring projects and thinking ahead as we want to warm up from this cold weather.
Yeah. And here's a sample made with that. It's a scrapbook page. So, okay. The next one is called Serene Love. And originally, this was black and white. And as I looked at Julie shared this at the meeting today. And as I looked at this, I liked the black and white because it was nice and easy to add some color to it. This might be a little more challenging, but the colors in this are Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy, and Old Olive. But it's really pretty. I like these colors too. Yeah. The last one is Shades and Hues. This is the 6x6 paper, and I don't remember the original colors, although I think they were bright, if I remember. But these are Fresh Freesia, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, and Petal Pink. So these are available now while supplies last. So they will be here. They are coming to live at my house. So they should be here hopefully soon. All right, the next thing we've got going on is the online exclusives. So these were released in November, and there's some great products in here. Last week we shared the Utterly Adorable Suite with you, and I do believe we shared the Marble Elegance too, right, Julie?
That was our stamp along that we did
Oh,
a few
okay.
weeks ago.
Never mind. There's there's some great gift bag combo pack, and I was just working on some of these as gift bags for my Hostess Club and their Christmas gifts. There's some cake celebrations and a wedding bundle and a happy hibiscus bundle, and this is a hybrid. Um, Pretty petals. The color wheel is now available, or color coach. We've got some brushed silver and gold paper, perfect pairs, sharing, loving, crafting stamp set among the swallows, umbrella days, that's really cute, and a modern herringbone 3D embossing folder, and along with some new kits. So I've put a link in my description so you can go to my online store and check all of these items out. So I'm also going to just let you know too about um, okay, so the mini catalog, the September through December, is coming to a close. It's coming to an end. So what Stampin' Up is doing is they kind of change things. They when things weren't selling or they had a lot of inventory left over, they'd put it on a clearance rack and really, cut the prices down. So now what they're doing is they're kind of combining the last chance releases along with the clearance rack. So when you go onto my online store, and that's probably the easiest way for you to see what I'm talking about, you will see, um, like when you're on the online store, you'll see a little red tag in the corner that says bundled savings. Well, you're also going to see a last chance tag on the items that are going into this last chance slash clearance rack. Julie, is that the best way to describe this?
Yeah, that's what I would say. I've been calling it kind of the clearance rack because it's the new clearance rack. And things are just gonna stay there until they completely sell out.
Yep. So if you're looking for something and you don't see it there, it's because it's gone. And an example of this is the deckled circle dies. You won't see those because they're gone. They've sold out. The deckled rectangles is also on that clearance rack slash last chance, and they're marked down to $18. And I know several of my Hostess Club folk ordered those at club last week. So just kind of pay attention to that. If you have any questions, you're looking for something and you can't find it, give me a buzz. I'll be happy to help you. But there's some amazing deals on there. Not everything is discounted, just so you know. If the inventory is low, they tend to keep the price okay. Now, if all of a sudden it stops selling, they might discount it at a later time. So this is one of those things where you want to kind of go through things when you're thinking about placing an order. Okay, I think I've covered everything. Julie, did I miss anything?
I think you covered it all.
Okay, we're in the mini catalog. We're trying to use up things, not use up things. That's a horrible thing. Trying to share with you things.
Oh,
This,
I'm trying to use it up too.
well, this is true. Yes, I am trying to do that. Um, so we are using Reindeer Fun, and it's a lot of fun. So let me just share with you a couple things. The Reindeer Fun stamp set and dies are on that last chance slash clearance rack thing, as is these little um, treat boxes, like a book. I think I've shared one before. I have another one to share with you today. And the designer series paper, which is also, I mean, it's been marked down. I don't believe the bundle's marked down, but I believe the paper is marked down to $10 because I also sold several packs of that. All right, so lots of fun product, or a lot of, some good samples there. I'm going to jump right into my project and then I will share with you some samples. That's on page 26 and 27, by the way. Oh, and the colors in the paper are real red, granny apple green, garden green, pool party, pecan pie, and early espresso. All right. I'm going to keep this handy because I'm going to share something else with you. So I'm bringing out my supplies. So the card base, and I'll get out my paper trimmer with a score blade, is 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score it at 3 3/4 and 9 inches. I have a piece of basic white for the inside, 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have a piece of designer series paper, 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I've got some pieces of real red. One is this 1/2 by 4 basic white for the greeting. So I was able to get all these pieces in oh, I didn't show you the product. Okay, I'll back up in a minute. But was able to get all of these pieces in the Forever Plaid embossing folder at the same time. So yay. All right. So let me back up and show you the product. I was so anxious to get to my project.
I
Whoa.
can't wait to see what you made.
I think you're going to like it. All right, so here's the stamp set. It is a photopolymer. It's 13 stamps. It is it's got some reindeer, and I believe this one in the designer series paper will there's a die for it. So here are the dies. Speaking of which, there are, I don't know how many dies there are. There's a lot. So it does cut out both of these. It also has this fun reindeer head. And I'll show you a project I made with that I think it was actually inspired by Julie. It's got a row of, or a banner of lights, Christmas lights. It's got some holly and a little bow, a little Christmas tree and some presents with their bows. And these bells also can die cut out. So you could do a lot with this for Christmas, man. I'll tell you what. Here, let's put this over here. And I mentioned that plaid embossing folder. Here it is. This is the pattern, if you will, but look how big it is. And I got all those pieces of real red. Boom, boom, boom. Shot it through the embossing um, machine. This is, I believe, carrying over.
I hope so, because I use that all the time.
Yeah. All right. So these peppermint adhesives are also part of the suite, and they are once again not available, but they are coming back. They are due in the week of December 23rd. So I don't know how many times these things have come back in stock, and then within hours, they're gone again. I'll bet at least 4 times, at least. So they are coming back. I hope they stay
They're
because
not on the last chance
no,
list.
they are not. So they'll probably carry over. And then the other thing that is carrying over, I believe, is this here. I've got an open package. It is red and white baker's twine. Fun to use. I've been using it quite a bit. So there is that. Now let me bring my stuff back. Oh, no, the paper. Susan, I did this last week too. All right, so I'm almost out of this paper. I have this is kind of it. I have some scraps across the way and across the table. This is a fun one with these heads. I just think that's so cute. And then the back side is the holly paper, which I've used a lot of, which is why this is all that's left. We have this guy. Am I upside down again? So I've cut some little strips for my project today. The back side is just strings of light. So bright. So, I mean, so many nice different Christmas. I'm just going to flip these around because I did it again. There. This is sweet. I mean, it's just cute. I love this reindeer trying to wrap the lights around. He's got the lights in his mouth. And the mama and baby. And I think this is just sweet paper. And then this nice plaid on the back, which this was when I first got this was my favorite paper. And I thought, oh, that'll be the first thing I run out of. You know, I haven't even used it yet.
Oh,
I've been using
really?
other paper. And this is a fun one too. I love this. This has got a pool party background. We've got a reindeer that's skating, one that's pulling a rabbit on a sled, a snow reindeer. I think that's just so sweet. He's got some presents that he's got on his back, and this guy has a cardinal on his back. I just love this. I don't even want to use it because it's so cute. I want to throw it in a frame. We got some bells on the back. And then this guy, we just got all reindeer. And some of these, now I fussy cut a reindeer for my project today because I wanted a specific look. I didn't want it kind of leaping through. But I believe this one, I don't remember which one, but one of these you could use the die to die cut it. And some presents that you can die cut and use on projects too. All right. Now, once again, I will bring out my stuff. So I'm going to take some of these measurements off. They're also in the description. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to score this paper. But I do want to tell you what I did because there's two other pieces. I took a piece of 4x4 pool party and 4x4 garden green. And I die cut out using the Spotlight on Nature. I was going to use decal circles, but they are no longer available. So this is the largest one. And I did the exact same thing in garden green. And then I put it back through the embossing machine, the die cutting machine, and die cut out that wreath,
Interesting.
which I will use some liquid glue and glue it together. Let me do that right now. And while it dries, ooh, this feels pretty light. I hope it's got glue in it. So I'm just going to kind of go around the edge here. And glue this together. All right. And I want to line it up with the holes in the pool party one, which of course on my sample was perfect and I had no problems lining it up.
Oh,
Goodness, come on now. Kind of got to start at one end and just kind of work your way around because it does line up. And I made sure all my little hanging chads were gone. There we go. And I purposefully kind of didn't glue too many of those down because I am going to put her or him in here. And I want to kind of tuck them in. So let me go ahead and do that. All right. So there's this piece done. I'm going to set it aside. And I'm going to get out my trimmer now with the scoring blade. And I'm going to score this. I have to get out my piece of paper so I don't screw it up. 3 3/4 and 9. Let me bring out my arm. Okay, so I'm in camera here. So 3 3/4. One of my fears is grabbing the cutting blade instead of the scoring blade when I'm on camera.
oh yeah.
And 9 inches.
I score ahead of time.
Well, I was going to, and then I thought, no, we'll don't do it on camera. That may be a mistake. I don't know. All right. So this is going to fold down from the top, and this is going to come up from the bottom. And I'm going to glue this one here. And I like to use liquid glue when I've got an embossed piece, just because of all the crevices, and I want to make sure it's going to stay. And then this guy is going to go here. This is for the inside. So what I want to do is glue this piece on here like so. So obviously I only want to adhere this to this piece. So I'm going to use some dimensionals, and I'm going to put some along the top of this instead of the back of the circle to make sure that I've got it where I want it. Uh-huh. Come on. There we go. We're not done with the front yet, but let's work a little bit on the inside. So I'm going to bring out a couple of stamps. And my garden green ink. I'm going to set this over here for just a moment while we work with this piece. So for my inside piece, I'm going to stamp, "May all your days be full of cheer." Now I'm checking for ink because when I did my sample, I was getting ink all over creation, as is my usual. Nothing new there. All right, so I'm going to stamp this right about there. And on my greeting, I think in my measurements I said 4 inches, but you're not going to need 4 inches. I always stamp it a little bit bigger if I'm going to like banner cut it. Not too bad. And I'm done stamping. No ink. Oof. Oof. Gonna banner cut this. I'm just gonna cut a little off the edge. And on this side as well. Okay. So we're going to bring this back in, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. Here. And this is going to come down here, and I'm going to make it like a pocket for a gift card holder if
Oh,
you'd like it, if you want it that way. So I'm going to bring out my 1 3/4 inch punch because I want to just do a little divot, I guess.
notch.
Notch. Thank you, Jay.
That's clever. I like that.
So that you can slide it in and out easily. And we're going to use some tear and tape to put it in. Because once again, it's um, got the embossing on it. And because you're going to be putting things in and out, you're going to want to make sure that it's in there really well. All right, so now we can go ahead and take off the backing from our tear and tape. Gonna go all the way across the bottom, like so. And then I'm going to put this little piece right here, just for some interest,
Oh, I like that.
because I haven't used the designer series paper on this. I thought, hey, I've used all the other elements except DSP.
There you go.
So I'm putting some of this down here. And then the other thing I'm going to use, and even though they're not available yet, is some of the peppermint. Oh, this isn't down here all the way. Get a squirt of something in there. And even though they're not available yet, I'm going to put, and they're nice and flat. I'm going to put some in this corner. Because I looked at the front and I thought, I really don't know that I want peppermints on the front of this.
Mm.
And then I thought about some other embellishments, and then I thought, well, you know what? We'll just put it on the inside. So this flips up, this comes down. And so now we just need our greeting right here. So I'm going to use some dimensionals to put this down.
Are you using some twine too?
I am. And I already made the bow. Okay.
I've been working on tying some bows for a project while you've been stamping.
Ah, right. So this is going to go right on the bottom. I really wondered if it should go here because I'm going to put the bow up there, but I decided here.
Yeah, I think either place.
All right. So now the last thing is the bow. And it's going to go right here.
Cute.
Why, this just doesn't want to sit down here. It will. It'll settle down eventually. So I made a double bow out of the twine to go up here,
Like a wreath.
like a wreath. Exactly. And there is my project.
Oh, so lovely. I love the way that turned out.
Yeah, I was real happy with it. All right. So let me show you some other things that I made with this. For Hostess Club, oh, let me get rid of this glue before it spills. So for Hostess Club, um, we made this card. Oh, and I've got to just clear something off my screen here so I can see my screen. There we go. All right, so we made this card. And again, I decided to do a gift hold pocket on the inside. Because a lot of my customers like to use gift card holders. So I like to try to get a couple of them done during the season for them. This one, I think I've shown this before. Julie, I think, was this your um
I did a card like that for Vacation Stamping School, which we shared in our Sunday stamping video. And I think you did this version with your club.
I did. I did. So I used some of this ribbon. I love this paper. This is the one that I am out of with the
Mm.
trees. This was also one of my favorites, but yes. So I did this card for Hostess Club, I believe last month. And it was a hit. They really liked it. I think I did this also for Hostess Club last month. And again, I used some strips of that paper. But this is, and Julie, I think this was your design.
Does it flip up in the,
It does.
yeah, that was a swap card from Rachel Chamberlain.
Ah, thank you, Rachel, if you're watching. But oh, I just loved die cutting out this deer. So it's pecan pie, crumb cake, and early espresso. Easy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'll tell you, it really was. And I stamped some snowflakes in here, die cut out the wreath, added some peppermints, and Merry Christmas. I love this card. And let's see here. Okay, so in the front of the catalog, let me just bring it out very quickly. It's over here. It's over here. Memories and More card kit has a Reindeer Days Memories and More card pack, which kind of coordinates with this suite that we're showing. So I thought I'm going to bring it out and just show you just a couple things that I did using the Memories and More card kit. I don't have a lot, but just a few. And one of them, I took our book box, and the small card in that fits right over the top of this. And all I
Oh,
did was flip
nice.
it around and use my paper snips and just trimmed the corners. There's also some stickers. So I put just a little row of reindeer stickers along the binding part and a little holly sticker on the tab, which comes out. So what I did because you can take this adhesive tab off and you can, do something and have it stick to here, but then once you open it, it's done. And I didn't want that to happen. So when I put this on with dimensionals, and I just kind of figured out that I would just put like a dimensional on either side there so that I could slide this in. So slide in. Come on now. Come on now. Where did it go? Here it is. Ooh, goodness. Okay. So I did this little box. I also brought out some of the this card. These are also for sale. These are also on the last chance list. And I just took a card and stuck it on with dimensionals and used a sticker, a Merry Christmas sticker, and then on the envelope, I put this little sticker. So
Nice.
just real quick, simple. On this one, I took a piece of cherry cobbler, and the pattern on the back of this Warm Wishes is this striped. And so I just took two of them and I glued one down this way and then put this one over there. And then I just put a sticker in the inside. I wish this was bigger. It says Christmas is better together with the little mom and deer laying down.
Yeah.
So just a couple of quick little Christmas cards that you could use with the Memories and More card pack. All right, I'm going to flip my camera. So we'll take one more look at my card. And here it is.
So cute. I love that different fold, and I am impressed that you used every part of the suite on your card. Now I feel challenged to do the same.
I challenged myself to do that. Everything in this suite Even this little 1.5 inch strip of designer series paper, but that works. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoy this. I don't know where you are with your card making for Christmas. So leave a comment and tell us what you think. And are you doing Christmas cards? And are you done? Have you mailed them? I haven't
No,
yet.
I haven't.
Okay. Well, it'll get done. It'll, if I maybe
I
take,
always shoot for a New Year's photo card.
which is
That's
really brilliant. Yeah.
that's the energy I can put out at Christmas time.
And that's okay. Well, anyway, our time is up for today. And I look forward to next week's video as well. So until next Sunday, stamping with Susan and Julie. Bye, everybody. Bye, Julie. Love
Bye.
you.
Love you too.